Yo, 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 yo. What's up, boys? What's up? My heard? What's up? What's up? How was the new year? Fucking lit, brother. I'm back now. But it was pretty fun. There's nothing yet, by the way, just looking at it. Didn't miss nothing. I'll do the bias right now. Let me just finish up. Oh, clear. Bet, 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 bet. Let's trade some good unicorns. Let me make sure I have my. Yeah, this is my funded account. Oh, I'm so nervous. Gotta change to micros. I don't want to change. I don't want to trade minis. And there we go. There we go. That's that. Trading a fucking funded. Join the live. And to finish off, let me just go live. Mm. All right. All right. All right. We're fucking clear, bros. Let's just do a quick daily bias. Let me just do a quick scan. Trading up into the daily. FVG there, trading off this bullish FVG. Clear everything. This could be a draw, and this we already swept the Monday's high. You could go for Friday's high right there. On the 4 hour, we've already inversed this bearish FVG, so we are bullish. Trading off, yeah. The 4 hour we're bullish. 1 hour, same deal. We're inversing. And we assume it's gonna get respected, so we are bullish on the 1 hour. There is a lot of highs to get taken. London low, however, is unswept. What up? What up? We did have a big pump just as the macro started. We didn't have no unicorn. No unicorn. Let me look at ES real quick. We are just pumping. It's good to be back, bros. I fucking missed this. I needed this shit. I'm locked in. Excited to trade my funded. Excited to trade the unicorn. Um, Daily's kind of sketch. 4 hours looking bullish. See what we end up doing. This 2026, I want to be extra patient, extra disciplined. How I was at the end of 2025, but I want to carry it on and be more extreme about it. Be very selective with my trades. We are very clearly pumping. Do I have a standard div one? I do not. Uh, OTE, save, and then apply defaults. And we want to do the standard deviation. So I don't need this, I don't need this. I don't need this or this. Or this, we need 2. We need 2.5. And we need 4. No background, there we go. Didn't even trade for the whole week last week. Yeah, me neither, bro. Didn't trade yesterday, but we're back today. We're back to our regular schedule. I saw a lot of people trading last week. I saw a lot of people not even take a break, bro. Like just took a break on Christmas and kept trading every single day. I mean, that's fair, right? But I needed a reset for sure. Very, very useful reset. You come with a clear mind, plans, ambitions. I did do some backtest streams during the break, so I wasn't all inactive. So this high does seem to be like a juicy, juicy draw on liquidity. No trade yet as of now. Damn, I low key hiking need to take a shit. Wait, give me a second, bros. My mic was muted. Shit, my bad. What up, Mouse? What's up, brother? I was saying that I wouldn't have entered on any of these up close candles. Um, there's really no unicorn for me to trade. The only one I'm seeing is this one here, and reaching for this target, I feel like that's 20 points. That's 76 points. Kind of low key, high key, risky. I mean, the trade would have developed nicely. Probably adjusted my stop loss by then. Mm, looking to move to break even. Still a lot of points nonetheless to reach. Macro's just about to finish. Rather wait for the next macro for a way, way better setup. Let me do my live again. Um, you got a video on your unicorn strat? That's coming this week, brother. No video yet. I have some reels talking about the unicorn. You could check also my highlights on stories, going over the unicorn. But that was another thing. My brother asked me how was the new year. It was fucking good. With this new year, I'm gonna take this content creation shit more seriously because I want to make this my business. Like just in general, right? Trading being my business. That's with trading earnings and with content creation, sponsorships, affiliates, all that bullshit. And in order for me to take that seriously, I need to be more active, upload more videos, uh, have a better Discord community. I mean, we have a great Discord community. Don't get me wrong, but like the layout, the formats. But if you want me to sum you up the unicorn is basically a breaker block or a mitigation block paired with a breakaway gap. So, breaker block or a mitigation block is basically a failed order block. So, in this case, you could see there's a bearish order block here that gets placed, and then price immediately inverses that bearish order block with a breakaway gap right here. There's a gap right here. And when you pair a breaker block, well, in this case, it's a mitigation block with a breakaway gap, that's our entry right there. I usually want to target a 2 to 1. So my stops will be below this low, targeting a 2 to 1. Um, I would have adjusted my stop loss right there for a better risk reward. That's what the unicorn gives you. So the idea behind the unicorn is unicorns always, if it's a good unicorn, is going to deliver efficiently. It's going to give you an A plus delivery towards opposing liquidity, right? So people telling me, bro, you moved to break even too soon, or you're moving your stop loss too much, or you're doing this, you're doing that. They don't understand that I'm only chasing good unicorns. If it's not a good, efficient unicorn, I want fucking none of that trade, right? So that's the theory behind moving my stop loss for a better risk reward. In the long run, I know it will benefit me because I'm trying to get those good unicorns, right? So in this case, I would adjust my stop loss to this low or this low maybe. And I would target this high to move to break even. So once this high gets taken, I would move to break even. I am mentioning this hypothetical trade. I wouldn't have really taken it because we're already in 2.5 standard deviation. We're already overextended within the range. Uh, the opposing liquidity is 77 points away, which usually I'm only taking around 60-point trades. So there's a lot of reasons why I didn't take this trade. However, it's still a unicorn, right? That's the thing. You're gonna find unicorns once you start understanding the pattern. You're gonna find them everywhere, right? And that's the reason why you don't get married to one setup in the first macro, for example. Um, because there's gonna be more unicorns in the following macros. That's why you don't get overly attached to, oh yeah, there's a unicorn right here, but like it's all right if I skip over it, right? Because I'm trying to take good setups. No problem, buddy. If you have any other questions, let me know. Like I said, I'm a stack up on them YouTube videos. I'm trying to reach 500 subs on YouTube. I'm trying to reach 3,000 watch hours. That's around 2 weeks worth of stream. Like I don't know if I want to wait to upload those videos till I hit those marks, till I hit those benchmarks. Still debating, but I definitely haven't even recorded anything yet, right? I did do a couple back test streams, which they're saved here on the YouTube if you want to check them out. Which they're mighty insightful. I know it for a fact. Um, but yeah, like there definitely is resources within my stream and shit that you can most definitely check out, and I know you could benefit from it for sure, for sure. Eh. Damn, I fucked my shit up, bro. I made some tweaks to OBS and shit, and I feel like I just made it worse. What a classic. Settings, let's see. Stream. Macro's just about to be over. Not really interested in taking nothing. Uh, we do have, for example, here we do have a bearish unicorn now printing. We have, this is a mitigation block right here, paired with a breakaway gap right here. That's a unicorn. This is a unicorn in itself. How would the trade look like? Like this, but I would not take this. So I'm not even gonna put those. I would not take this, by the way. But it is a unicorn. Why would I not take this? Because look at the higher time frame, bro. Like no real market structure shift. There's a lot of upside momentum. Um, this is obviously the drawn liquidity. I would not take this bearish unicorn. If it plays out, it plays out. That's that unicorn. But if it doesn't, like the drawn liquidity is clear and obvious. That's the thing. You don't want to take every single unicorn you get because the unicorn can always be there. Another thing is the higher the time frame the unicorn, the higher the probability of the trade. So these 1 minute unicorns are like water, bro. They're fucking everywhere. So you got to be careful with those. So also the more confluences you stack, let's look at ES here. You, like you see ES failed to make a market structure shift like you did, and if it's already inversed that unicorn, like it's already failed that unicorn, and let's see, is it trying to meet the same DOL? Probably already swept. What's up? What's up? I mean, it doesn't look too bad because I think ES already swept that drawn liquidity that I have. Let me see. Let me see the date. What is it? Friday, 9:45. Yep, it's already swept. So there's massive bearish SMT. I mean, this could very well play out, but I don't know, bro. Marker's just about over. Like I said, I wouldn't marry this because there's no higher time frame shift, right? You don't want to just take bullshit. Happy New Year. So good to be back on the charts for real, bro. What did you do over the break? So I went to, for Christmas, I went to a little cabin in the woods. Uh, Before leaving, I did a couple backtest streams. I know some of the people here in the chat were there. Mighty insightful to get me locked and loaded for 2026. Went to a cabin in the woods. I mean, we did how do you how do you call those four-wheeler bikes? The four-wheeler, had a four-wheeler. I mean, spending time with my family. We did fireworks. We did uh played a lot of Xbox. I mean, just spending time with the fam, you know. Did that, and then I went to the beach for New Year's. I did a lot of fishing, which was hella fun with my old man, with my pops. Happy New Year's to everybody. Um, I mean, I'm always at the beach 24/7, like inside of the sea type shit. Um, so that was pretty lit. I feel like I'm more tanned. That was pretty fun. And that's basically all I did. I mean, just spend time with my family, with my loved ones. I did not see any charts or nothing. I was truly, truly disconnected, which was what I needed, in all honesty. I needed this break, but I'm fucking ready to come back. New year, new me type shit. I was telling the stream that one of my New Year's resolutions was to make this trading shit my full-time job, take it more seriously, you know. Um, in the sense that if I'm still not making money from trading, I wanna pump them content creation numbers up. Um, get monetized on YouTube. I know I will be profitable in trading within the next 3 months, but there's still like I'm just a 50K funded, you know, like I want to stack obviously more accounts. That comes with like it's a small way to the top, right? And I don't want to rush that process. I don't want to get that feeling of fuck, I need to buy more accounts and I need to do this. I mean, first I want to get a fucking payout with Apex to see if this shit's legit and go from there, right? Because what are we gonna do with Top Step? Are we gonna leave it in 2025? So I feel like that shit got cooked. But the macro's over. We're not gonna trade this macro. We're waiting for the next macro. I only trade macro time specifically. Um, I would love to see this high get met before the macro starts. If it doesn't, this is going to be my draw on liquidity, most likely. We'll see what happens. We do have massive bearish SMTs with the ES, and I would do my daily bias at around 10:40, 10:35. So we still have another 15 minutes. We're chilling. Um, Mainly, I did a beautiful, beautiful spreadsheet that I did it in my backtest streams. I wanna flex it to y'all. I know it's gonna be useful for y'all, and I know y'all gonna pause the video to check it out, which is fine. I don't mind. I'm not selfish, but I wanna make this into a more organized YouTube video. See if y'all can see it right there. So this is the unicorn strategy checklist with risk management included. So I'm gonna be risking around 250 to make 450 or 500. So minimum RR is 1.8. Uh, Once we're over the 50% of the fib tool, to my take profit, I'm gonna move to break even. If I when I'm done for the day, if or break even, I'm gonna take two trades. I'm still iffy on that. So let's put an asterisk to see how we're gonna do that. Manual close once the trade starts wiggling or we're already above 75%. So let's do 80%. Um, on ranging days, we're going to de-risk or no trades. Trading stop loss towards the last gap. Enter on ES or NQ tap. Exit on ES or NQ tap. And for the unicorn, we always need a breaker block or mitigation block. We need a bag with a market structure shift. We need to align with the bias, macro time, limit entry on back tab, stop loss, unprotected high or low, TP and liquidity at least 1.8 RR. SMT is optional, higher time for PD array optional, CRT IVG optional. This is basically like the spreadsheet I want to talk about in the YouTube video, like more in depth and or more in a presentation style video. Not just going over the strategy checklist with risk management, but also going for like the long-term game plan or the scaling game plan. Talk about the road to glory, obviously. Um, just talk about the trading business model per se, right? Because you have to treat trading as a business. So that's something I'm gonna work on this week. Like I said, I want to reach 500 subs first, probably before I upload, or maybe I'll upload before. I'll see. I'm still debating, bro. But I do want to reach 500 subs sometime within this month, which I know it's doable. Just gotta upload back on the Insta, be active on the Discord, just put in the work. And at the end, this shit, I'm passionate about this, right? This shit's fucking. I love doing this. So why wouldn't I put more hours into it? Took a lot of notes as well, which is something I recommend y'all do as well. Just brain dump, manifest your ideas, set them in stone, your goals, your resolution, whatever. Just write that shit down. We're waiting for the macro. Something I love to enforce on these streams, besides the unicorn, is discipline and patience. Is something I love encouraging y'all to do and follow. Most of the time, what would happen with me is in the first macro, I would blow my accounts. Like the first macro, like the match just started, the market just opened. I'm already blowing accounts. I'm already finishing my bullets. Like it was very rare I would wait for the second macro. And the third macro, bro, I would never reach that shit. But you gotta stop lying to yourself. You gotta start telling yourself truths, right? There's nothing to trade for me, so I won't put no trade in. There's no unicorn for me to trade. I won't trade it. Are you willing to say those things to yourself and actually follow through? Because that's where we feel extremely bad. That's where we feel super shitty after the fact, after we've blown accounts. That post nut clarity, that post trade clarity is fucking brutal, bro. You're like just looking at your screen, the top step email where you blew your account. You're just like, bro, what the fuck did I just do? And you shower and you're contemplating, like, bro, if only I had not traded that, I would still have the account and I would be fucking rich and shit. But it all starts from telling truths and actually following through with them, not lying to yourself, bro. I'm just tired of that. For me personally, being that person. So I'm changing my identity, and I don't want to be that person anymore. So I'm not, right? So this is the first stream, and from day one, I'm gonna enforce that. I'm gonna follow through with that. I'm gonna only take good setups that I'm confident in. It is a no news day today. We did have big movement, big displacement, even within Asia. So yeah, that's that. I want to see something just real quick. Yeah, I'll say this is the clear manipulation right here. Right there. We're just waiting for the next macro 926. We still have 10 more minutes for us to do our buys, so we're chilling for now. Just waiting. I also encourage you, if you got funded within this year, to print your certificate and paste it somewhere on your wall or on your desk, somewhere where you can see it daily to remind yourself what you're doing, why you're doing this. I also have a profitable trader's manuscript right here on my wall that I see every day, that I read and skim through every day. The first line, it says, I am a professional trader. I move with purpose, not emotion. My job is not to predict. My job is to react with discipline. So that's the main thing, maybe that I didn't understand at first, which was reacting to what price was doing. Most of the time, you do want to predict where price is going to go. That's like me saying, I know this is a drawn liquidity, and you just take the next IFVG or whatever towards this drawn liquidity, and you get cooked trying to predict where price wants to go without giving you its true intentions. It was something I didn't understand at first. The next line says, the market is not my enemy. It's a mirror reflecting my patience, my greed, and my control. When I'm calm, the market rewards me with clarity. When I chase, the market punishes me with chaos. How many times have we opened trades, and the moment we open the trade, we start getting feelings of anxiety? I mean, getting feelings when you open a trade is normal, right? You can't be 100% emotionless. But those feelings of anxiety, and your mouse is already next to the manual exit button because you over leveraged, or you took a bad setup, or you know this could go wrong, and you get that feeling of fucking chaos going on. Yeah, we could work out once, you could get lucky once, twice, three times, four times, but bro, the market's about to humble you. So I'm excited for a clean slate 2026. I'm ready. So price action has slowed down. The volume has staggered, which is normal. I mean, usually the big movements, you see them in the macros. All this was in the macro. That's why I only trade macros, because that's where movement starts. Usually between macros, this is what you get. Consolidation at 10:45, we're gonna see movement. We want to catch the manipulation of that movement, right? Or if it's to the downside, that's why we only trade macros. Trying to find midnight. Just above midnight currently. But we'll do our buys in the next 5 to 10 minutes. We were fooled our whole lives thinking that with trading you need hard work, but the reality of trading is the less you do, the better, which is crazy counterintuitive towards our evolution as humans. That's why it's so fucking difficult. Um, we sometimes put unhealthy out amount of time towards the charts, which obsession is fine, right? But that kind of obsession leads to depression. When you don't meet your goals, when you're hyper obsessed, nothing ever changes. That's where you can lose yourself. There needs to be balance. Keeping in mind that the less you do, the better. 1, 2 hours of backtest is more than enough. I like the macros because it gives me 30-minute intervals to trade, and then it's detaching, and then trade, and then detaching. Now I don't trade every single macro. I'm observing most of the time, and that's really all it is. That's all there is to it. There's no magic formula, there's no magic strategy, there's no nothing. It's all patience, waiting. Oh, so we're just waiting. We're waiting. That's all there is to it. If y'all have any questions, just let me know. Personal or trading. I'm playing chess here on the side, by the way. Got cooked. We're waiting, bros. I do need to make a couple payments. Need to pay for TradingView. Like just the first upgrade just to get like I can't even see ES on the side. Um Probably buy an eval or something. Feels good to be back on the station. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this shit here. What you run on console? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? On console? Like video game console? Or like a terminal console? Or like what do you mean by that, G? Video games? Is that what you're talking about? Like what you play? Oh yeah. I play variety, bro. I usually play on Steam or on PC, but I play, let's see, I play Rainbow Six, I play GTA, I play Minecraft, I play, uh, I play FIFA, I play COD, Zombies, I play Stardew Valley, I play Terraria, I play, um, I don't know, bro, just variety. I play Overwatch. I'm always just kind of like switching over. That ADHD got me crazy. I mean, it gets to the point where, I mean, I feel like we've all had this, right? Where you become too self-conscious about gaming and what you're doing. You're just like, bro, I'm wasting my time, and like you can't even enjoy that shit, even though like you're doing nothing wrong, right? But I can't binge games anymore. Like I play for a little bit and I just hop off and switch game. But that's usually what I play. So we are starting to see a rejection, but no real shift in market structure. I don't really believe in it. We're gonna do our buys in 2 minutes now. I mean, it's not the best. We're not in the best place for a daily bias, but we still do what we gotta do. I'm still expecting this high to be met. We're most likely gonna be bullish, but we'll see right now. One more minute, we'll do our bias. Let's see, we could put in a bearish order block is something I want to see. Maybe come tap this gap again. Then inversing off that bearish order block we put in, taking the highs with the unicorn. That's straight up copium, but I always mark out every single order block I encounter. So we do have a strong bearish order block right there. I want to see a displacement into this gap, or at least sweeping these lows. It would suck to fail this order block immediately, but maybe tap the order block and continue pushing lower. All right, while that happens, let's do our buys. How do I do my buys? I grab the text tool right there and I put, can I switch the text color right there? Daily, we do 4 hour, oops, 4 hour, we do 1 hour, we do 15 minutes, and we do 5 minutes. What do we do with this information? We go on the daily and we look at the daily. On the daily, we do this based off imbalances. We did trade off this bullish uh, gap. I mean, I'm not really too enticed towards it because we did inverse it and then we pushed. So I'm neutral on the daily, not really, no clear direction for me. On the 4 hour, we inverse this bullish this bearish FEG. Um, Still like nothing real clear, right? Nothing because we had inversed it already, but then we inversed this bearish and then we pushed bullish. So we swept these lows, these minor lows, but we didn't really tap an imbalance, right? So there's no like it's not clear. I'm not confident in saying, oh yeah, it's bullish, it's bearish. I'm low key, high key neutral on that. And then we go on the 1 hour, and it's the same situation. I mean, on the 1 hour, it's more clear that we inversed. So I'm more confident saying the 1 hour is bullish until this high gets met. So the 1 hour I'm bullish. The 15 minute, let's see if we get tap into these lows. But that would still make me bullish because we're not tapping into bearish period raise. We did inverse a lot of bullish. So the 15 minute, I will be more bullish than bearish. So just with that already gives me a bullish bias. So as you can see, this order block did get respected once and it displaced. So this could already be our breaker block. We wanna now what do we want to see? Maybe tap onto this gap. We want to see this gap get inversed with a breakaway gap. So the macro is just about to start. We want to see this get inversed with volume, with strength. Let's look at ES. Same deal with ES. It's this gap on ES that we want to see get inversed. But let's see what NQ wants to do. See that 15-minute candle that's gonna open in 1 minute wants to tap on this gap or on this 15-minute FVG. And there it goes. Putting in another order block. Let's see if it holds. But I do expect a flip on the next 15-minute. I'm gonna start recording just in case. We are getting a strong breakthrough. So we do have another order block here that got placed. We have two strong bearish order blocks that, if inversed, we have a clear draw on liquidity. But we are inversing on the 5-minute. Let's see how this candle 5-minute candle closes. We're gonna keep an eye on it. Obviously, we inverse before that. I'm looking for longs. But we are having a bearish unicorn play out right there. We leave a gap right there, inversing this 5-minute breakaway gap. I mean, within the next 5 minutes, I want to see this get inversed. If it just continues dumping, we might flip. but that's why we are reactive. Still have 3 minutes. See what happens. We want to see a flip within the next 5 minutes. So we got a nice little rejection of this fair value gap, bearish order flow starting to get respected. But let's see. Are we gonna leave a gap? We're gonna leave a small gap right there. Sheesh. Right there. So we do have a bearish unicorn play now. Now the question is, do we want to inverse? Because it's still kind of respecting this. And there's another big ass gap right here that price could definitely trade into. Feel like that gap is a no-go. Our bearish idea is cooked. We are bullish for the day. We do have our drawn liquidity. You want to see one of these order blocks get inversed. We are in macro time right now. Is there still a gap? There's a tiny ass gap right there, which is crazy. Last 5 minute. Hopefully I don't get put in a sticky situation, but I'm still wouldn't be confident in this bearish unicorn because this 5 minute did not get inversed. So I wouldn't take it for bearish, and we are bullish for the day. Yeah, not really too confident in that. I'd rather just wait, see an inverse. For bulls, if it wants to continue bearish, I want none of that. Not really interested to take a short. I'd rather take a long. So that's the 5 minute unicorn entry right there. But like I said, we did not have an inverse of this 5 minute fair value gap, so I would not take this because this could very well respect the gap and push higher. So I would absolutely not take. If this would have inversed, that's a different story. But since it didn't, it respected the FBG. Could go both ways. I'm more interested in seeing these bearish order blocks get flipped bullish. I'm more interested to participating in the trade if that happens. If it doesn't happen, if it wants to continue to dump, it continues to dump, and we wait for the next macro. It's not the end of the world, or we don't take a trade, and that's it. It's all good. We preserve our capital. We keep our confidence and our conviction. But there is a 5 minute unicorn, which I'm not gonna take, because I'm looking for a bullish unicorn. But we're waiting. Realistically and ideally, we want to be more closer to the 1 hour candle open. And we're displacing off that 5 minute unicorn beautifully. Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're putting in more bearish order blocks. We are trading inside of bullish PD arrays. I mean, gotta be careful. But we are getting clean displacement to sell side. Let's see how low it wants to go. Does it want to reach this gap right here? That's deep as fuck. But it could. We are putting in another order block here, which I'm gonna mark out. Let me just draw this hypothetical trade. Would have been this. Probably stops here. Yeah, this would have probably already hit just about. The 1.8 hit already. Yeah, it was already a trade. I wasn't really too confident in that trade. Yeah, same. I'm gonna wait for that 1 hour. 5 more minutes. Just waiting, marking out them bullish order blocks. You wanna see this bearish PD arrays get disrespected. So we're waiting for now. But there you go. Next macro, there's a unicorn you could have taken. And it plays out. That's the power of the unicorn. You just have to align yourself with your bias, with your other confluences, and you got yourself a strat. So we're dumping here. I'm gonna grab. Let me delete everything, bro, because I feel like I have a mess. Let's mark out this ray. Boom. So we are rebalancing towards equilibrium. Just about reaching OTE. I mean, this could very well just dump because there was bearish SMT with a yes. It's not the. It's like not the best in terms of conviction or confidence. Like, oh yeah, like it's super clear that we're gonna do this, or like it's not really clear. It's one of those days, right? What happens in one of those days? Well, gotta move more carefully. Maybe even de-risk. But let's see. We're gonna get a new hourly candle in 4 minutes. Still a lot of time for this macro. We do have this order block right here. We do have a higher time frame order block right here. So yeah, bearish confluences are in play and they're getting respected. We're dumping. I'm up. Take advantage of any type of inverse we see. Because we could have this, right, where we respect this bearish order block, we wick off it, and we keep dumping, breaking new low, lower low. That's all right. But if we get a close above the order block with a bag, we're in that. But this just signs that bearish order flow is kicking in. Price wants to continue to dump, which is fine. We're gonna let it dump. We want to get closer to the hour here. 2 more minutes. Let's see what price wants to do by then. 2 more minutes. One more minute. I do expect to see volume on that hourly candle. Let's see if we can get on the right side of the market today. All right, volume coming in. 10 seconds. See what happens. Respecting this bearish order block. Breaking the low. We do want to catch the 15-minute manipulation. We are trading inside of a 15-minute gap. We do have another one down here closer to OTE. We are just dumping. We have another 15 minutes for the macro. Ideally, we want to catch wherever this 15-minute candle goes. Hopefully it's bullish, but we want to catch this 15-minute candle forming. and the power of three. So we still don't make any top wick. We just made a bottom wick, sweeping liquidity. Now we want to see it inverse. If it's aligned, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I don't take a trade. Nothing happens. But if we do see an inverse, I'm ready to hop in that. No inverse, no trade. Because we could continue to dump, take all the sell side, take Asia low, take London low, and that'll be the end of it. And we missed a big trade. But we are following our rules, and we got to be strict with them. We are just dumping. Just looking in the hindsight, 2020 vision, obviously. Um, but we did have a nice bearish unicorn here. The only thing that threw me off was one, it's not aligned with our higher time frame bias, and two, we did not inverse this 5 minute FVG, right? As a matter of fact, we respected it. We closed above it. So, what does this tell me? That it wants to respect and it wants to push, right? This where we mean that markets are unpredictable. So if this would have inversed, I would have definitely taken that short, but it didn't. I wasn't too confident in it. But all this, it just stacks conviction towards the unicorn, that it works and that there's opportunities in the market if you're aligned. So we are getting here closer to OTE. We still don't get a top wick from that 15-minute candle. So let's see what price wants to do. Twelve more minutes for the macro. And it's just fucking black candles all around. Straight dump after that big move. We did have had a bearish SMT here at the highs. We are now trading inside of OTE. We just swept that low, tapping that that bullish gap. Waiting for the reaction. If we get no reaction, it's just dump. We don't trade it, and that's that. So we should be bullish exactly yet. I'm waiting for an inverse, bro. If it dumps, it dumps, and that's that. Still 10 more minutes. 10 more candles. Let's see within those next 10 candles we could get an inverse. This line right here is at 15-minute low right there. Tapping into the FBG, OTE. Let's see if it wants to react on it. Probably gonna be a no trade macro. And we're just dumping. Sell side is looking juicy. Asia's looking juicy. We're dumping. But we still are. Oh boy. Yeah, look at that big candle. Big volume candle. Oof, that 5 minute unicorn is looking juicy. I mean, that could be like the trade of the day potential, but we'll see. Still have one more macro to go. And of course, this macro's not over yet, but it could very well be over. And I mean, that's that trading to get over that FOMO. We're just respecting bearish PD arrays to the tick. We have seller volume winning. We have strong draws on liquidity on the sell side. There's no signs of inversing. But let's see, the macro's still not over. Would I take the inverse off this order block right here? We'll see. I mean, we are getting it. Let's see, let's see. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So that this is a nice, nice reversal. Let's see if it wants to leave that bag. Alright, we might try it. It's around 30 points, which is just about 5 cons. I'm gonna do 4. Probably target this high right here. Yeah, 4. I'm gonna do 4 cons. Alright. Here goes nothing, boys. See if we get tapped within the next 4 minutes or 4 candles. We have market structure shift. We have our breaker block. And right there we're tapped. Doing a sell stop right there. And sell limit right there. Just about. And we're in. This is probably our break even. This high is our break even. Break even. So it's a set and forget type beat. We tap break even, we move our stop loss to break even. But we're in it. We're in the trade. Like I said, we had a breaker block. We had a clear breakaway gap. We entered on the breakaway gap tap. Hence why we're in the trade. So we did have a unicorn combo. We have our stop loss just below the protected low. And our TPs are targeting opposing liquidity for at least a 1.8 RR. So we were bullish on the higher time frame. So this is the unicorn we're trying. This risk is priced in, so I accept the risk. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. That's the end of it. Move on to the next trade. We journal it. So I do expect at least this is the 15-minute candle high. I expect at least that gets swept. So maybe I'll adjust my stop loss once that happens, because it did not leave a top wick, and that's a good draw on liquidity. But right here we should be risking just about between $300 and $250 to profit from $500 to $600. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. What's up? What's up? We in a trade right now. Take a screenshot real quick. For me, I got stop. I chose my stop on that recent swing high. Don't you think it was a little bit premature, or are you like skeptical of price pushing bullish, or why that premature adjustment? Skeptical? Is there enough displacement for this move? I mean, we did have a market structure shift off the breaker block. I mean, it's enough for me. Bullish breakaway gap. It's the unicorn. Align with their bias. I'm taking it. Skeptical. All right, bet that's fair enough. I'm waiting. Probably now when we take this high, I might adjust just a little bit. Don't want to see it range too much. If we do take the high, I mean, I'm sticking with the trade. Let's look at ES real quick. I mean, it's the same thing on ES. We did have a shift from this breaker block. I mean, we still don't take these highs, but that's what we are targeting. See what happens. Let's just set and forget. Set and forget. You use SMT? Yeah, I use SMT as a confluence, not really like a main indicator. All right, might cut my risk. We did just sweep the high. Do I want to keep? It's because this is where I fuck up a little bit. I might just hold. We didn't even sweep the high. Yeah, we didn't even sweep the high, so I'd just rather just wait. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. How's the backtesting going? I mean, I just did the 2 days of backtesting. Might continue this week. Continue to build that conviction. But we are forward testing right now. We are in a delicious trade. Set and forget unless we take those highs, we're moving to break even. Nah, this is a 50K funded account from Apex. How far have you come on your journey? I was off social media, so I kind of asked on your progress. So in the middle of December, I blew a 50K funded account with losses, not in one trade. I blew it with accumulation of losses, um, which made me restart the challenge. But I was not gonna restart the challenge in the middle of December, so I held off all of December to trade funded. So I only traded evals. But right now, January, I'm back with this is a 50K funded account that I'm trading right now. So right now we're just funded. The balance is zero. This is my first trade of the account, so I'm starting the journey, quote unquote, from scratch. So we are getting another good displacement here. I'm gonna adjust my stop loss to just below this low, cutting my risk. Oh, you got funded on Apex? Yeah, I got funded on December, but I just held the account. I didn't trade. But yes, I got funded. I want to see what this Apex is about because I had a lot of people tell me bad things about Apex. I am sponsored by Apex, and I want to see it for myself and not really take people's word for it. I want to build my own criteria. So I want to try to get a payout. We've de-risked heavily right now. Once we take this high, I'm ready to move to break even. But yeah, see what Price wants to do. And right there, yeah, that's my break even. That's already a risk-free trade, which I'm happy about, obviously. No risk on the table. So at least I know my first trade will not be a loss. Just take a screenshot real quick. We get stopped, and that's all right, bro. We did have a lot of bearish confluence. I'm de-risked from this trade. But if you're sponsored by them, then you are an influencer just like the others. They won't cause you any issues. I never tried Apex, but heard a lot of controversy of them. So do they pay average guys? I mean, you do have a point. I mean, I feel like I'm not really that important with my influence. I do have influence, however. So you do have a point, and I respect it. It's valid as fuck. But I feel like you would have to build your own conviction based off it. For example, Top Step, I never had an issue with Top Step until we had those. Uh, wait, I'm just gonna get stopped out. Let me lock in a little bit. With Top Step, never had an issue with them, and I'm about to get stopped out. It's edging my stop loss. It's fucking weird with this trading view, the way the candles print. Trips me the fuck out. And right there, stopped out. Like I said, with Top Step, that's it. Let me see. Let me take a screenshot. Let me quit this. Fuck, I think I moved my stop loss too close to. That would suck if it doesn't come back to my entry. Ah, yeah, that's fine. Oh boy, that would fucking suck if it doesn't come back to my entry. But heard only bad reviews about them. I mean, try them, bro. Try it out. They do have lucrative discounts where like 90% off, where evals are $20. I don't think there's a sale right now. I faced that's what I was gonna say with Top Step, but that would I would only trade Top Step right until they had those outages back to back to back to back 3 days, no compensation, and you miss out on trades. I didn't take any trades, but it's like, bro, I'm not gonna take a trades because there's outages, but I'm expecting some sort of compensation because there was definitely moves that we missed, and they don't reward the trader, and they're kind of sketchy and doing all this crazy shit, greedy in my eyes. It's like, bro, like what? It did not tap our entry. This fucking that sucks. I mean, whatever. Just gonna screenshot it. BE. All right, we're gonna wait for the last macro to look for a trade. Um, and that's what happened with Top Step, which made me more inclined. Uh, Apex to give Apex a try. Like I said, I am sponsored by them, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll see for myself if they're actually because they do have a lot of strict rules. They do not like gambling accounts. They do not like they want consistent wins, consistent results, and I could deliver that to them. And I know if I follow the strat, follow my rules, whatever, I shouldn't have any issues with Apex. But that's what I'm trying to find out. I'm gonna build my own criteria. I'm not gonna fall to what other people say. If I say, all right, I did everything good, I followed all the rules, and I'm still not getting paid, it's like, all right, don't trade Apex, right? But that's never been the case for me because I've never tried them. I'm trying them right now, so that's that. Fuck. It sucks that it still doesn't tap my entry. I moved my stop loss a little bit higher so you all could see my P&L, but it still does not tap the entry, bro. That's sketching me the fuck out. This is my first ever Apex funded account. Like I got sponsored by them and it was the first time I had ever traded Apex ever. I'm not a big fan of TradingView, but I mean at the end of the day I am a mechanical trader, right? Like I'm always putting limits and following a strict set of rules, not really like scalping. Like I need like this shit updated all the time, not really. So it's not really a big of a deal. It's just kind of sketchy. Fuck, I wanted to tap my entry so I don't feel bad. But we're waiting for the macro. I mean, this was a good try. We had break even, which I'm gonna take. I made $21 on that trade. I'm gonna take it. Fuck, but low key, high key, I do want to see price come back to our entry because that's a mistake that I made, honestly. And they could very well bite me in the ass, take profit. But we had our clear break even set. Um, you reached that 15-minute high. All right, Twin, have a great training day ahead. Thank you, brother. We're waiting for the last macro, one more macro until we're done for the day. I'm gonna wait for it, and let's see what happens. Fuck, we're still not back at our entry, which sucks. Big mistake by me. And these are the things I need to work on, those little micro mistakes, the small human error I keep on having, I keep on making. Even when I blew my funded account on December, I made a lot of like small stupid mistakes that just stacked up because we took good trades and good setups and they would have fuck, I'm tweaking. It did not reach our entry, now it's displacing now. Nervous system is out of whack today. My first top step funded and I'm 960 down. I mean, you could still make it back if you quit right now and wait for tomorrow and follow a strict. You need to have a daily lockout, for example, is a must. Can't be losing 960 in a day for a 50K. I mean, at most, realistically, you should be allowing yourself to lose only $400. And you should be risking around $200 per trade to give you 10 trades. I lost 390 yesterday and today 565. Shit, brother, I feel like that's your max loss today already. Quit. Wait for tomorrow. 10 more minutes for the macro. Hopefully it comes back to our entry so I don't feel too bad. And let's see what the last macro has in store for us. I mean, I just want to check something. Could this have been a smaller trade? Probably could have. In hindsight, 15 points. Probably could have been a smaller trade. But how would I justify this? I mean, I feel like the safer route was this, targeting these highs. I mean, it wasn't a bad trade, but it could have been better. I'll make sure I journal it just before the day's over. We are waiting for the macro here, and we're gonna redo our bias, redo the whole process again to see where we are with the price. The 1 hour is bullish, and it's going to be bullish. The 15-minute, we're tapping into a bullish OTE. I'm still low key, high key bullish. And there we go. Finally, I don't feel bad. It's back at our entry. Yoo-hoo! I was gonna tweak the fuck out. It just goes to take profit. But yeah, this isn't an efficient unicorn. I mean, like I said, if I would have adjusted better, we range. But when we displace, right? And it delivers. So maybe I could have had a better unicorn. But that at the end, like our idea was still valid, and we were expecting a delivery higher. Because when the unicorn delivers, it delivers with almost to no drawdown. That's the theory behind moving to break even. We reach 50%, we take these highs. We do not want to see price come back to our entry once we tap once we sweep a 50% high. When we do sweep a 50% high and it comes back, like that's a sign of weakness. We don't want to get caught up on those trash unicorns. We want clean, efficient A+ unicorns. So I'm not too worried about the break even. I was worried about the break even because I put it in a spot I shouldn't have and didn't take our entry until here. But it had to be here. The stop loss had to be here. The break even. That was the only micro mistake I made. Little human error. Those human errors could cost you big. They stack up. Gotta be careful with those. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying. You're doing great, buddy. Kudos. Thanks. Thank you, sir. I'm enjoying the mechanical aspect of trading. I'm I'm very much enjoying it, and I'm finding more peace within myself that I did everything right. Like my entry is justified, right? It's not a speculation, it's not a guess, it's not a gamble. I mean, it is a gamble, right? But the risk is priced in, and I've accepted it, and I'm patient enough to wait for my setup, blah 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 blah. So I'm very much enjoying the mechanical aspect of trading in terms of waiting for my setup, taking a pattern, stacking confluences, stacking it with my bias, having good risk management. I'm enjoying it, right? I'm getting the fun out of it, actually, the passion out of it. I'm getting the dopamine from taking good setups and not from making money. Like I'm enjoying that aspect of trading, which I feel like is a good breakthrough towards profitability. All right, all right. Let me readjust this how it was. Just about right there. Um, and let's redo our bias. Let's see. So on the daily, again, we're fucking neutral. Nothing for me on the daily. On the 4 hour, same thing on the 4 hour. Nothing neutral on the 4 hour. On the 1 hour, we're bullish. That's been known. On the 15-minute, I am more bullish than bearish because we are trading inside of a bullish OTE. Even though there's a bearish gap here, I'm stronger on this unicorn because this is a unicorn on the 15-minute. On the 5-minute, we did tap a bearish gap or bearish. So I mean, it could go both ways. Could very well go both ways. But this is a 15-minute unicorn right here. Just juicy. I mean, but it is kind of weird and sketchy right here. This 5 minutes kind of like just chopping. What do I want to see? See, the 1 hour we're bullish. The 15-minute could be neutral, could be bullish. The 5 minute is chop fest, bearish. More bullish than bear, but we are chopping. I mean, I could just call it here. Not look for a trade in the last macro. Like I said, we are just chopping. I do have my video ready. I'm trying to find some type of pattern here in the 5 minute, 3 minute, but there's really nothing for me. And if there is something for me, it'll probably be in the lower time frame. Macro is just about to start. We are just chopping. And we're getting big volume right here. Big, 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 big volume. And then it's, yeah. We could look at this 3 minute unicorn. That's just about to form here. Still waiting to see how price reacts. We did tap on that bullish unicorn again. But I would be more inclined into taking a higher time frame unicorn since we are chopping. So it's the same thing here on the 5 minute. I feel like it's gonna be stronger. See if it wants to leave a gap. Not the best structure. So we could have like a premature entry here. Not a big fan of that. That's the entry signal right there. There's no gap on the 5 minute. Is it gonna leave a gap in the 3 minute? We'll see. But we do have an entry signal right there. But let's see what happens. We're reactive. I'm not gonna force a trade if I'm not confident in it. If I'm not confident, my bad. We are trading inside of this 1 hour bullish, so that's a thing to keep in mind. Still waiting. Last macro, boys. Last macro. So now we're pumping off that bullish unicorn. Probably this. We are chopping. Keep that in mind. We are chopping. So anything could happen. We want to see breaks of structure. Yo, yo, yo. Happy New Year, brother. So we tap that unicorn again, nicely sweeping these lows. We are chopping though. I wouldn't be too confident in trading that. I could just call it here. Stick with my break even trade. But we are just chopping. We are just ranging. See if it wants to leave a bullish gap here within the next 2-3 candles. Done for today. See you tomorrow, brother. All right, Zam, take care, brother. I'll see you tomorrow for sure. Let's see if it wants to leave a gap. We are displacing. We are still bullish on the higher time frame. We have a lot of room to pump. So I'm not scared of taking the back here, even though maybe the entry was down here. But we want to see maybe this unicorn get respected on the 3 minutes, so we still have another 3 minutes to wait. If we leave a gap here, that would be nice. Let's see. We are just chopping. So we want to see break structure. But I would still give it a stab, and right there we're just inversing. I mean, we could still leave a gap. Still have 2 minutes for the candle. Not the best right now. Chop after a lot of movement. See if it wants to leave this gap right here. So I'm not gonna mark out my long position just yet. We're gonna wait probably closer to 40 seconds. You want to see a break at least this structure maybe. All right, I think it's time to mark it out. How would this trade look like? Let me go on the lower time frame. Probably, probably do not want to see it go below this gap right here. And it's most likely going to be the same target up here. Just about. Not going to place the trade just yet. There's still a minute left. And we could very well not leave a gap. But this is the trade idea I would look to trade. $40. What up, Nico? What's up, brother? 30 seconds to enter a trade here. We start recording. Oh, we are recording already. We have a mitigation block right here. We have our breakaway gap right there. Waiting 25 seconds. All right, I'm gonna place it. How many points is this? 15 points. Let me do like let's do 7 cons, I guess. Right there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get tapped. Right there. We're in. Let me set my stop loss. And that was a fast ass trade. That was fast as fuck, boys. That was around, yep, $200 loss. Just fine. That's me done for the day. Let me just go ahead and journal my trades real quick because there is some shit I want to write down. Let's see. That was fast as fuck. Let's do this. Let me go ahead. Clear all this bullshit. Alright, so our first trade idea was this. Let's clear it. This was our entry. Our stop loss was down here. And our take profit was up here. And my break even was right here. Let's take a screenshot. Wait, let's mark it out. That's the bag. That's the breaker. So they're overlapping, and that's a unicorn. Screenshot, copy link. All right, let's journal it. So today's date is January 6th. It's a Tuesday. There's no news. Our bias was bullish. We took it on the second macro. We took a long. There was no SMT. We risked. Um, what was it? You were risking around 250, and the result was a $20 gain. This was our tree result and the analysis. What am I gonna type? Uh, in hindsight, this could have been a better trade if we had adjusted our stop loss tighter with a better take profit. This should have been the trade just about. Obviously, in hindsight, I can't know this. It was still a good trade idea either way. Wider ranges still valid around 30-point stop loss, which is perfectly fine. But we could have been a little bit more strict with our stop loss and take profit. So that's probably I'm gonna journal. Good trade idea. Could have adjusted the trade much better for a smaller range as all right. And wow, this is fucking insane. We got stop hunted right here, and we're gonna journal that either way. So let's delete this. And on the 3 minute, this was the trade idea, which another human error. Probably my stop loss should have been just below this low right here. I wanted. This is the thing. I carried out the first trade idea. I carried it out to the second trade idea, which was wrong by me. But I mean, it's this little micro human errors that I need to fix, which I know are holding me back. I went on a 1 minute. I counted this gap. I don't want this gap to get inverse. And we're just targeting just about a 2-to-1 right there. So in hindsight, I mean, the trade happened on a 3 minute. We do have a breaker block and we do have our breakaway gap right here, even though it's small, but it's there. This is a mitigation MB. And this is a bag. You can't even see it, the text. There it is, the bag. Probably this was gonna be my break even. Right there. Yeah, so this was the trade idea.